Hello, everybody. Awesome. Okay, I think this worked this time. I'm always experimenting with how to schedule Facebook events and things like that. So I think we are all good. Welcome. Good morning. I hope you guys are all doing well. If anybody is from Canada, happy Canada Day. I didn't even tell Andrea today it's a holiday for Canada. And yeah, I'm happy to be here with you guys. Today we're talking about a few different things. There's been some new features rolled out in Google Sheets. So we wanted to talk to you guys about that. One of them being smart chips. And I know our VIPs had been asking for us to kind of review smart chips and kind of show them what it's about. Because people are noticing when we share some of our spreadsheets, we have all these chips in them. And if you don't know what those are, we will show you in a second. And so we find them really useful. So it's one thing that we use in a lot of our Google Sheets. Dropdowns as well. Google Sheets has done some pre-built things with dropdowns and tables. So we're going to have a look at those today. If you're just joining, you can grab the tip sheet we have at spreadsheetables.com/070124. And we've just laid out kind of a little bit about what we're talking about today. And then also some links that go right to Google where you can read all about it, but we're essentially covering it here today. So let's see. I think I'm going to share my screen and show you what we're talking about today if you haven't seen some of these features. First up, okay, so this is, if you haven't seen this before, this is our YouTube video analytics spreadsheet for our VIPs that know what we're talking about. They were really excited about this one, where it gives us an embed link that's customized. So it kind of rounds the edges for us when we put it into our membership. But then also is just a really great way to track all our YouTube videos. We can check off whether it's been added to the membership and that kind of thing. So in this spreadsheet, you can see the example of us using drop downs here. So the purpose of a drop down is to really, first off, I think it looks nicer, and there's different ways you can customize this drop down. But it kind of cleans up your sheet, but also it makes the data consistent. So if you're finding that, you're having to do other things with this information afterwards or run formulas or that kind of thing, you want to make sure your data is consistent because things aren't going to work. So that's where drop downs come into play. So we're going to talk about those. And then chips, file chips or people chips. These are all smart chips. So this is a snapshot of our brain, the one we use for Spreadsheetables, but we did a whole lesson on this previously at a different live. You can go to our YouTube channel, and I think if you type in brain or like business dashboard or business hub, you should be able to find the video. This is just a way to consolidate all of your business into one spreadsheet. But the point of what I wanted to show you is that these are smart chips in here. And you can see that it's got the Google Sheet icon in the corner. So we use these a lot. I'm going to zoom in just to make sure you guys can see these really well.
Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
I'm good. The baby's finally sleeping.
Awesome. Okay, so we're just introducing everybody to what we're doing and just showing them what they look like. So these are the smart chips. If you click on it, now there's a few things you can do. You can click and go right to that spreadsheet. So I can go click and open this up. But the other thing is when you hover over it, it can give you some other options. This title is out of date. Oh, look at that. This is that Gemini, right? Like we don't.
Yes, this is great.
I don't officially have it in the corner. Like it's supposed to be up here.
Yeah,
but it's rolled out throughout July, is what I heard, I believe. But I guess.
On that. See what happens. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Did it do it?
Oh, it did. I think it added the little hand.
The little icon?
The emoji, yeah.
This title is out of date. Okay, let's do it again. Yeah.
That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be great since we're changing the PLR part out of our files.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so when I hovered over this, it actually wasn't showing me anything because it was prompting me to update that file title. But now that it's updated, when I hover over here, it gives us data extractions, and I'll leave that for later. But basically, the smart chips are an interactive way to put URLs or different things in place, and it links to something else. So that's why you want to use smart chips, and they're just prettier. Like if I copy this URL and just paste it here, like this is ugly. Nobody wants to wants to see that.
For sure.
So it's a really easy way to put those smart chips in place. Now, let's see if this works. So when you do put a URL in and I click tab, oh, it doesn't do it for me.
Double click on that, I think.
And then do tab?
Yeah.
No, it's not doing it. Okay, well, we'll look at that later. Okay, let me go over to, I have another document here with some of the stuff laid out. Okay, so smart chips. Let me zoom in some more here. Here is some examples of the smart chips. So an email address. Actually, first I should cover how to put these smart chips into place. So there's a few different ways. You can do, if you do the @ symbol, it's going to prompt you already with some stuff that you've been working on. So for example, I was working on the live document that we shared today. So if I click that, it's going to put that in place for me. The other thing I can do is I'm just going to copy this URL so I can show you. You can paste the URL and you're supposed to be able to click tab. There we go. Now it's working. But I think if you click off of the, let's try this. If you click off the cell and then click back, yeah, the tab doesn't work. So you have to kind of do it right away. So in this cell, we're going to click it and then click tab. Oh, if you put it up here, I don't know if you guys saw that. I put it up in the formula bar and it didn't convert. So I'm going to do it right in the cell and then click tab. There we go. So that's a good point. It's only going to work right in the cell. Paste it and then click tab, and then it'll convert it quickly for you. The other way is we're going to put the URL in place, and say you've clicked off of it and you still want to convert this to a smart chip. Was I calling it a smart tab? A smart chip. You're going to right click and you're going to go to smart chips and then convert to file chip, or you can convert it to, like if it's a person, calendar events, convert to place chip, finance rating. Okay, so we're going to convert to file chip. So those are all the different ways that you can put those file chips in place. Now, all the different smart chips, you saw some of the examples there when I went to insert smart chip. It's going to give you some of these examples here. But you can also, again, like for email, if I just type in the email and do that right click, smart chip, and then so I'm going to convert to a people chip because it's an email, and it's going to convert it to this here. Now, once it's an email chip, you can hover over. You can add this to your contacts. You can send an email right from here. So right like that. What else? You can schedule an event with them. You can open a detailed view. And if they have like their birthday and all that stuff entered, like here, you can have all that information right there. Google Sheets. So we showed you guys that. We use this a lot. Google Doc, we use this one a lot. Finance. So this is for like different stocks. I don't know. I can't remember any of the stock names now that I'm live. Google. This one was Apple. Google. Do Google, yeah. But is it Google or is it something else.
Let me see.
It's alphabet.
Oh, it's the alphabet, yeah.
Yeah, here it is here. So you guys can see I started typing, do the @ symbol, and then I'm started typing alphabet, and it already shows it up. I just did AL, and it's got it all categorized. So there's your files, your places, your finance. So you can click, you know, class A alphabet stock, and it's going to put that in for you. And then when you hover over, it's going to show you the market cap and the current price. And then you can click to view details, and it's going to open up Google Finance here for you. I don't think this one doesn't have data extractions. I'll show you what that is in a minute. Places. So this one's Niagara Falls. You could do like Grand Canyon. I typed in too many. I find the places smart chip finicky. Like it doesn't always come up. I have like a customer CRM for one of my other businesses, and I'm able to pull up business names for some people and not others, even if they have their business in Google as like a location.
But you're able to type an address. So you do like
Yes.
at, and then, you know, one.
Actually, the address was finicky. Sorry, I should have clarified. It wasn't just the business name. It was like the address was finicky. So see how I'm doing like Grand Canyon and it's not coming up?
It's because you gotta space it. The Grand Space Canyon.
Okay, let me try. Okay, so it comes up here.
Like you're typing out together as one word.
Oh, it does. Is that what I was doing wrong? No, but with the addresses, it was like finicky.
Just type an address in there. Just get random, like at, I don't know, 110 Main Street.
Bridges.
There you go.
Oh, that one came up. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that. This was a while ago when I did it and it wasn't working, but maybe I just didn't
update it. It's come a long way. They have been updated, those chips. Like they keep adding more features to that as we go. I guess they're still rolling out some of this stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever was.
Or I wonder if I was doing like insert link. No, not insert link. Insert smart chip.
Oh, yeah, the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you have to do @ with that one and then type in the address. YouTube. YouTube is not going to work for like a whole channel. It has to be a YouTube video that you're linking to. So this one's the same thing. So you're grabbing the URL for your video, you're pasting, and then clicking tab, or doing it the other way where you insert it and then go to the smart chip. The rating. Okay, so if I go insert smart chips, there's this rating, which I find interesting because it's under smart chips. I don't think it doesn't link to anything. So it's more like a pre-built dropdown, but it's under smart chips for some reason. I think it's also under dropdowns as well. So that's a kind of a cool feature. And all of these smart chips you can customize. So the font style and the colors. So if you have them highlighted, you can go and, you know, change the font style. You can change the size. You can change the color. Whoa. It's aggressive. Let's see.
You can't
Bold
change the
even.
background, right? I think I tried.
No, I tried. Yeah, I tried to get because I wanted them like pretty colors just for like a screenshot for one of our videos, and it didn't. So
yeah.
So even bold works. So you can edit all of those. I think that's about it for smart chips that I had. Let me just check my doc. We've covered all the ways you can use it. It's only going to cover things that are Google-based platforms. It's not going to do like Canva, for example. We have a lot of links in our documents to Canva templates. It's not going to create a smart chip for those. It will, if you find a third-party platform that the developer has approved using smart chips, like for the connection, then you can find that that works. But I don't know. I haven't found any third parties that are using it. But you would have it as
They should make like if you have a link, then it puts the format, instead of just the underline thing.
So if you guys are interested, I linked a document here on how to insert third-party smart chips. If you're interested in looking into that more. Okay. I think that's about it. We covered change the appearance. Now we can cover drop downs, which is very much like it's very similar. Oh, sorry, go back to smart chips. Just thought of something. I didn't cover the data extraction. So when we hover over these, they have different options. So we looked at the options for email where we can email people directly from here. But these files have these data extractions. And so let's pick this first one. And I'm going to click data extraction, and it's going to open up this menu here. And you can actually pull information automatically. So say I want to know the owner, and it's going to extract to D5, which is the cell beside it. And then I'm going to click extract. And I'm just going to click to verify. And so it's going to show the owner here. And so you could do that if you have this table with all these documents and you want the owners listed beside it. That's how you can do that pretty easily.
And thus, you don't even have to go on that. You can just use the formula. So if you go to the owner again, click on the owner. Now, like
right here.
Yeah. And then put extract.
Yep.
So you see how it says equal C5.owner?
Yes.
So that's a form, like you don't have to go all the way. If you click on like put the file name on
here,
there.
we can drag it down.
Oh, that one won't work.
Doesn't like that one.
There's no owner. Yeah. Yep.
There we go. That's
and
cool.
Then that works for everything else, like the URL, the creation time, everything, all the data that you can extract. There's a different formula, like dot owner, dot file name, dot whatever it is.
Okay, let's try last modified, and we're going to put it in E5. Okay. Okay, so this formula is C5 dot and then square brackets last modified by. And then you can just copy that formula and paste it down below.
And that is useful if there's a spreadsheet where you're doing collaborations, and then you want to see like who was the last person that added something in that spreadsheet. Then for whatever tracker you're using, you can do that function. You can use that function for that.
Yeah, and you can set up. Then from there, you can set up email notifications if you want to be notified for when things are updated.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have like a timesheet or something, you're tracking, people's time, you can type in there, and then from there you just put another formula to like send you an email notification, so you can see like what the total hours that they worked that day or something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can build up to a gigantic project.
Okay, so let's move on to drop downs. Again, we use drop downs a lot. It helps keep your data consistent. I always tend to default to this because you never know if you're going to need it later for some formulas or something that you want to, tabulate how many completed out of your list, say, for example. And it's difficult to do that if people have like manually entered something, because then if they've said, I don't know, completed, or some people are using done, then it's not going to tabulate things properly. So it's always good practice to default and put drop downs in place. There's a few ways you can do it. First off, if you just type the @ symbol and start typing drop down, and you can click that there. And so you can select new drop down, which is setting it up manually, or I guess it opens the drop down menu, or it has these preset options right here for you to use, which are really handy. I think this is a newer feature, right, Andrea?
It is, yeah.
So project status, this is one that we use often. What else? Priority we tend to use. We don't really use size. We do use yes or no if we have like a funnel tracker, for example, and we just want to confirm that, yes, we've checked that this funnel works, for example. So if I select this one, and now it's pre-built, it's all colored for me, which is pretty cool. We tend to put in an emoji here. Hang on. If you go to insert emoji, my Apple computer used to have or it still does, like the smart bar up above where you can select emojis really easily, but it's so glitchy. So if we paste that in there, did I do that right? Yeah, there we go. So we tend to use maybe like a thumbs up if we're checking something to make sure that a funnel is working or something is ready to go live or that kind of thing. Okay, so that's one way to enter it. Another way is if you've started your list already, you can highlight those and then go data. Actually, I think you can go insert too. Insert drop down. So you can select this here, or you can go to data validation. So insert drop downs, probably the easiest. Actually, they're both the same. So it's automatically pre-filled with what you have listed there. And from there, you can go ahead and change colors of everything if you want. From the last time I checked, if you set colors, maybe I'm wrong. When you set colors and you go to make changes, does it reset these? No, it keeps them.
No, but if you're pulling that information from a range, right, a separate range, then it will, like if you add something else, it's not going to be colored.
Right.
So you have to go in and then manually change that one that you just added.
Yeah. Okay. So what Andrea is talking about is, so when you color these, they'll stay the same, and then you can go ahead and add, another example here, and all these colors stay the same. It's when you use drop down from a range, which we use quite often because we want our people to have flexibility, maybe not with this kind of example, but maybe if you have a list of sales associate names, for example, and you want to be able to add to that list. Oh, it doesn't like what I'm doing here. Hang on. Yeah, so if you want to add more names to that list, so let's do that now. So say we have Susan, Tom, I don't know, Derek, and then this is your drop-down list. And let's pretend our table is over here where we have a sales associate. And so I want to put those associate names in here, but have a drop down. I'm going to go to insert, drop down, and then under criteria, I'm going to select drop down from range. And then in this cell here, it wants you to select the range. So from here, I'm going to select here, and I'm going to add a few more. So it gives us the option to add more names, and then click OK.
If you have an infinite, like about an infinite, but like a rundown list, like where you're going to keep adding, you can go to the drop down, and instead of selecting the and, you just remove the number from the last one. So is it, click, wait. Yeah, the F. Yeah, so instead of 14, you're going to just leave D. That way you can add up, like if you have 1,000 rows, it's going to collect all the information from that row.
So we can add a few
Basically,
more names.
I always do that. The only time I will limit the range is when I know, I only want 10 names, for example. Like you cannot go past that. Then I will limit the range. Otherwise, I'll just leave it like, I don't have the word for it, but like infinite.
Yes. Yep. And actually, let's show you guys this color thing that we're talking about. So we don't tend to custom color these because it messes things up. So let's test this out now. We're going to give all these different colors. And then we're going to click done. And then we're going to add some more names. So name 2, name 3. And we're going to go back in here. Oh, it hasn't messed it up. Hang on.
No, but you have to manually add the new ones.
Oh, instead of in this list.
No. Leave that on the list.
Yep.
Like the way you had it. Otherwise, you won't pull the names because you're pulling from the range, right?
Yep.
But then you're gonna have to add the new colors to those two that you just added. Like they're not gonna be colorful. It won't erase the colors that you put in the other ones, but the new ones will not automatically set a color for them.
Oh, I thought, so I should have had this selected before I added the color. Anyways, maybe it's fixed. Like last year, I would set stuff up.
Yeah,
and it would reset all the colors.
Yeah, they fixed that part.
Did they fix it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, thank God.
I know. I was like, dang, it took me forever to set those colors. Now they're gone.
Oh yeah, because I stopped doing custom colors for that for drop down lists like that because it was so irritating.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I think we about covered it. Now you can switch these drop downs. These ones are like a chip style, but if you click on advanced options, you can change it to an arrow. So see, there's an arrow here and just plain text. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I like the arrow because it's cleaner, but I think you have to select the arrow to make a change. See that? So here I can select the whole chip and change it, where here I can't just, you can double click and it works. Otherwise you have to just click the arrow to select it. So
and when you put color on those, it's gonna highlight the entire cell.
Okay. So let's have a look at that. Oh wait, what did I do?
You're in the
I selected the wrong one.
If you click on the arrow, it's a shortcut for you. If you click on the arrow,
then the edit.
Yeah.
There we go.
I always do that. It's like, I don't remember which one is which.
Okay. Let's set those. Yeah, so it sets the whole thing, which is kind of nice, like for progress, I guess, if you want the whole cell to turn green.
Mm-hmm. I have this love-hate with the smart chips because like when it's like the I guess it's 21, right? The standard size of the row.
Yeah.
It looks so cute. But then if you have something where your row is like larger, it doesn't follow the
Yeah. What the
size
for this smart chip?
Yeah, so it's just like weirdly placed. Like even if you centralize it, like put in the middle.
Yeah.
Like it's weirdly placed in there. I don't know. But I don't know if it would look good either if it was like a fat chip,
Yeah.
So like I have a love-hate with those.
Yeah. You can also customize this further. So if you click to customize the color, there's this customize option. And you can select the background color as well as the text color. So I find if you just select the colors from here, whoops, I'm going to cancel out of the, if you select out of here, let's say green, it tends to do like a green background, and then it will do a darker green for the text color. So if you don't want that, you can go to customize and then go to the text. And if you want to change that to like a dark black, a dark gray, you can do that there. Which again, I had stopped because it would reset everything. But now that I know it's fixed, that's awesome. Okay. Cool. I think that's all for drop downs. If you guys have questions as we go, let us know. Tables is the next thing that we were going to talk about. Now, this has been like a feature in Excel that people have been dying for over in Google Sheets to make things easier. The table, now you can have them look like this instead of, this would be your typical table that you make in Google Sheet, and then you can transform it into this style. There's a few ways to do that. You can, once you're in a table, I don't know if it'll work with a second table, it probably will. You can click anywhere inside a regular table to convert it. We're going to click format, and then you can click convert to table. Oh, so it's going to do it there. Perfect. You can also go to just insert and then click table right here. And it's going to give you all these options. You can also do the @ symbol and table and then click the option there. And so this is now going to open up all sorts of options that are fairly new. They have the featured options. So I guess these are probably the most popular ones. You can have event task, project task, content tracker, product prioritization. These are a lot of things we already actually use ourselves for our business and then for our members. Recruitment application, we don't use that, but that option is there. So those are the featured ones, which I imagine are most popular. And then there's all sorts of topics here. So you have event planning, customer relations, project management, travel planner, product roadmap, inventory management, recruitment, team planner, and marketing. So we can go ahead. We have somebody in our group that does travel. So I'm just going to open this up and see what we have. So you've got a travel itinerary. And you can see it's using the place chips in there. There's a trip budget and trip transportation. What else do we have? Project management. These would be popular with pretty much any business. So your project task, project resources, office hours. Interesting. What else? Event planning. You've got task, schedule, event guest list, event vendor list, event budget. That's cool. It's got a lot of great options there for us. I'm going to click on, I don't know, let's do the trip itinerary. So you'll notice that when you select one of the pre-built tables, I'm going to go back here. Actually, let me go back to the first one I created. So this one, this table is built based on this data here. And just notice the titles up here. So you just have like the labels and an arrow. So when I go back to the pre-built table, it has these little icons in the corner to show you the format of those columns. So obviously date is a calendar. That one's a calendar. This one's just text-based, so it's got the T's in the corner, location-based. This is a little drop-down icon.
It is so cute. I love that.
I know. The people and, again, notes. And you can edit that column type here. And so the same thing on that last table I showed you, it didn't have those icons, so you can go and format those. So you just click this arrow, edit column type. So these are people's names, associates. So it could be like a drop down or or just text. This one's date. So I'm going to go edit column type, and we're going to put date. It gives you the option of date, time, or date. So we're going to do date, revenue. Did they have, oh, here, number. So we can do, I don't think it's currency. Oh, yeah. We could do currency in that one. And notes is just going to be a text-based. What else is cool? Oh, these tables. Okay, so when you've created your table, you can rename it up here. So we'll just call this like sales 2024. Invalid characters. Oh, it doesn't like numbers in there. Is that why? Yeah, there you go. So we can rename the table. This is where all your like table settings are. You can adjust your table range here. So right now it goes to D7, but actually it should, let's try it, should expand if you just type down below. Yeah, and it does. That's just giving me a warning because it's not listed as a drop down here, so that's fine. Right now it has alternating colors. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think that's a pretty standard feature it's going to put on. You can turn that off there if you like. You can also customize the table colors. So you can just select these options here, or you can click custom and play around with the colors there. Yeah, we can turn off the alternating colors. If you want to change the alternating colors, you can go to format and then do alternate colors. Just make sure you're selected anywhere inside that table. And it shows you the colors here. So your header color, your color 1, and your color 2. So if we go to color 2, and I'm just going to pick something a lot darker so that you can see. And so you can change it there.
We have a question here from I think it was on YouTube. So Sky say, these tables are pre-built data centers? Yes, those ones are, but you can also they have this Gemini, which is like AI inside of Google Sheets, and then you can ask like the type of table that you want to create, and it will build that for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then she asked if you can center option 2. I don't know what option 2 was. I think she sent that a while back.
Center option 2. Oh,
that one. Yes, you can.
Yes. Yeah, all of this stuff. You can do center, like horizontally and vertically, to center everything so it looks a little nicer.
Sorry, we missed that. I just saw the comments pop up in here.
That's all good. What else was I going to say? There was kind of a feature she had just mentioned, and it jogged my memory.
The create a table with Gemini?
Anyways, maybe it'll come back to me. Oh, the pre-built. So when you select a pre-built, it's going to put in these placeholder chips for you, like placeholder smart chips. So see, it's leaving it so that somebody actually enters in these places. I don't know, Canyon, like, there we go. There is a way to shut that off. I don't know if I'm going to remember how to do it. Here we go. Okay, so in this column, you select this arrow and then go edit column type, and it's got this show placeholders. I can uncheck that and it's going to take them off. So now I'm just curious what happens if we take them off. Yeah, so if you're working with a team, it's probably good to keep them in place to prompt them that this is a chip, because all I had to do was select this and type something in, where now if I select it and type something in, it's giving me this warning because it's not a place chip. So I needed to put at Canyon. There we go. And then it's going to show up. So So you can do the same thing for any of these categories. Oh, this is a drop down, so I don't have to worry about placeholders for there, but the placeholders work for like name and place. I don't know if it is for date. Yeah, date has a placeholder information, so I can uncheck that too. Cool. What else do we have? Oh, groupings. This is cool. I'm gonna put in some more places. What else? Rocky Valley, Canyon Lake. Okay, once we have, let's see if this works. We have some information here, and some of it is like duplicate information. So maybe we're, visiting Canyon Lake and we're going on an excursion, but we're coming back to do some dining or doing something else. We can group some of this information. So if you go to views up here at the top, you can group the view by location. So I'm going to select location. And so it does this automatic sorting for you. And so now I can really clearly see all the things that we're going to do at Canyon Lake. And if you're done with that, you can just click this X and it's going to go back. Let's do that now. It's going to go back to the previous view, or you can decide to save this. So instead, let's save this as, I don't know, Canyon Lake view, or let's call it location grouping, and click save. Okay, so it reverts back to our previous table, but now if we go into views, it saved it as this location grouping view. So if I click it, it's going to go back to this. Oh, it's telling me I've used my first view. Editing data changes. Important. Editing data changes it for everyone. Okay.
Oh.
Good to know. And then, so if you want to get out of this view, you can click views and then just click exit view, and it's going to go back to the way it was. So that's kind of a cool feature. I like that.
All right, hold on. We have more questions. I saw it now. Let's see. The table seems to allow for numbers in the title if there is no space.
Oh, okay. Let me go back into it.
Oh, yeah, because the original one has the thing. Yep.
Okay, so it didn't want spaces in there. Cool.
And then she said, can you group by color as a placeholder setting?
Group color as a placeholder setting.
Yeah, so all the excursion or dining and free time, they're all different colors. Can you
group
by color?
Yeah. So yeah, it would be grouped by category. So if you go to view, create group view by the category, and then it would group those for you. Okay,
but if you had two categories the same color, then no.
Yeah,
right?
It's not actually
so if like dining and free time were green, it would sort dining, and then free time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's sorting by the text, not necessarily the color.
Not the color. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's okay because you couldn't have excursion listed as like multiple colors anyway. Like it can only be one color with drop downs.
That's a good point.
So yeah, so if I click category, so there now I've put more in. So now we have like 2 excursions, the 1 dining, some free time, and then your unlabeled ones. That's pretty cool.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. All right. I don't know if there's anything else that we had. I'm just going to check my doc here. Yeah, I think we covered pretty much all of the new features. We use, we haven't dabbled into the tables too much, but the drop downs and the smart chips are something that we use quite often, and we recommend using it. It just makes it really clean, consistent, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So. Let me show real quick the Gemini thing, because you say that yours isn't working. Oh,
you have it?
Yeah.
The heck?
All right, so I was playing with this. I haven't played with tables or anything. Even also, just a heads up, if you are in our membership, Hash is our Google Sheet expert. And then he is recording a video on the tables, and there are some limitations. But that is like if you're using more formulas and more things like that. So, and he's going to make a more in-depth view of this new table feature. But just so you know, this can go like above and beyond what we just showed you. We just haven't played with that too much. But this one is cool because you can request a table. So let me open a new tab over here. So we go to, let me close everything. Yeah, see my Gemini here in the corner?
Yeah, can I say, like, because I can log into the Spreadsheetables Google place, and I don't have that, so they can
It's by
maybe
location,
tell that I'm
probably.
in Canada and
Yeah.
not giving it to me. What the heck?
So you go here to the way you're going to insert a table. You go to insert and then tables. And then here you can see this little help me create a table. So then when you click in here, this is the ones that I've asked before. So those are the tools that I showed over here. So I want to create a keyword research table so I can optimize my blog posts. And then it gave me this. And then I asked, where's the other one? It was showing the other one. Anyways, I was like, I want to create a table to track my pet's medication. And then it gave me all this information here. So this is really used. It doesn't put like any, it doesn't place like the placeholders or anything. It just gives you like the actual table. But this is pretty good. Like in my head, I have like brain farts. So like, well, okay, my dog needs medication. What am I going to track? Right, I'm going to track the medication name and the dosage. But then it gave me this, and then it gave me this and this and this and this. So it just gave me like a whole lot more options that I should include in my table that I normally wouldn't. But this is pretty good to have. So
That's cool.
yeah.
And then right from there, once you're clicked into a cell, you can convert it to a table anyway. So if you wanted.
This?
Yeah, you should be able to either highlight or, yeah, there, convert to table, that new.
Well, this is I think they converted already. It's just not with the fancy things.
Wait,
like this is a table.
Okay, right click again when you're.
Right click here.
Yeah. Oh, it's like grayed out.
What is?
See, it says
this. Ah.
So try maybe highlight the whole thing, because I don't think it was gray the first time you did it.
Oh, there we go.
There.
Oh, it did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so cute. Oh my gosh. So let's see. It would have none of that. Let's do this one. Oh my goodness. And then we're gonna
maybe because you were in the heading. I don't know. I've seen like you should be able to click anywhere in the table, but maybe it just needs to be in the data.
The date. Start date. Oh. See, I haven't done this table thing in forever. I mean, not in forever. Like I haven't done it at all. So why is it? Oh, because it has that. Okay. Oh, it already adds the date for me. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I like, because when I do the date stuff, I always put the data validation for the date so I can open the little calendar. Now this one already does it for you. Also, with the date, just one last thing about the at symbol. When you do at, there's a date over here. Oops. Did you show this one?
I forgot to show this. Yeah, so show them this one.
Okay, so this one is the date. You can just click in here if you want to insert the little calendar. And then there is also today's date. And so this will like tomorrow's date. This, when you set the cells like this, when you open this tomorrow, then this is going to be 7/2 and then this is going to be 7/3. So basically like auto updates if you're using, if you want something. It's like the equal today formula, basically. But now you have tomorrow also.
Cool.
And what else? And yesterday. So today, tomorrow, yesterday, and then this is just like a random calendar that you can quickly add over here. But I like this one much better when you convert this. I'm gonna have to play with the tables, but I guess you guys can expect the new things that we do to have those cute little features in there. Oh, the checkbox. Oh,
there you
already
go.
adds the whole thing for you. I'm so excited. It's like a candy to me.
Yeah.
So cute. All right. I think that was it. But that was cool. Yeah, I like the help me create a table, because before I would go to like ChatGPT, for example, and ask, like, I want to create I'm going to use the example, like a pet medication tracker, right? Just help me brainstorm, like, what kind of headers should I have on my table, or, whatever. And then now it just not only gives you everything, but it creates the table for you. So that's pretty cool. And then you can use, of course, the preset ones, which is like the templates that they had before, right? Had Google Sheets, but now you can just insert it directly in there or create your own.
It's awesome. Love it.
Very cool.
All right, guys. I think that wraps it up for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below and we can answer those for you. And if you're ready to join us over in Spreadsheetables in the membership, visit us at spreadsheetables.com/membership. So thanks very much, guys. See you guys next week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.